Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, those words will be written on my stone.
Nancy Reagan, the fierce protector and wife of former President Ronald Reagan, has passed away. She was 94 years old. A breast cancer survivor, Nancy was known as a champion of causes. She launched the Just Say No campaign against drugs, a project she was involved with until her death. She also became a strong advocate for Alzheimer's research. After her husband was diagnosed in 1994, he would succumb to the disease 10 years later. Nancy was born Anne Frances Robbins on June 6, 1921 in New York City. After her mother remarried a neurosurgeon, she lived a childhood of wealth and privilege. She majored in theater at Smith College and went on to sign a contract with MGM Studios. She performed in 11 films throughout her career. Her final film, Hellcats of the Navy, starred none other than the future President of the United States. There are conflicting reports of when Nancy and fellow actor Ronald first met, but the pair wed in 1952. They went on to have 2 children, in addition to 2 children from Ronald's previous marriage. She was thrust again in the public eye when Ronald became the governor of California in 1967. Public perception of her was poor, but slowly improved, a trend that followed her to the White House. For 8 years, the Reagans occupied 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. During this time, Nancy began her campaign against drug abuse, underwent a mastectomy, and fiercely protected her husband following an assassination attempt on his life. The pair were extremely devoted to each other, a fact they never hid from the public.
I've been thinking for several days about what exactly I wanted to say today, how to put Nancy's role in my life in perspective for you. But what do you say about someone who gives your life meaning? What do you say about someone who's always there with support and understanding? Someone who makes sacrifices so that your life will be easier and more successful. But what you say is that you love that person and treasure it.
The story of my life, I take her home, I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. Written in these walls are the colors that I can't change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now I see us in the light upon a hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, nothing in between. Story of my life, I take her home, I drive all night to keep her warm, and time is frozen. Story of my life, I give her hope, spend her love until she's broken down. Story of my life, and I've been waiting for this time to come around. But baby, running after you, it's like chasing the clouds.